What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Jess and you are watching Keto Rewind. Today's video we're going to talk about protein. But before we get started, it's worth mentioning I'm not a medical doctor, not a healthcare professional. All of my thoughts and opinions on this channel are based off my own research, my own experience in my weight loss journey. Anyways, let's jump in and talk about protein. And a quick thank you to my newest sponsor, Built Bar. If you want to save 10% off your order, use my special code and the link down below. All right, protein is one of my favorite things. As somebody who's a keto girl, or I'm known for keto, I've always walked the line of not really keto because, or I should say, I've been accused of not being keto because of my approach. But I'm gonna explain that first of all, right off the bat. A ketogenic diet obviously has 25% protein. That's considered like a high protein diet, but we're gonna call that very loosely. I personally think at least 30% of your diet should be from protein if you're gonna call yourself high protein. But the ketogenic diet has a more moderate protein approach. However, I always stressed protein, and I never stressed fat. I never was somebody said, get those fat macros, you know, eat your fat bombs, you're like all this stuff. I've always been quite the opposite, where I don't use those fat macros, see them as a limit, not a goal, you know, feel it out. And if you are feeling hungry and you have room left, go for it. But if you are feeling satiated, there's no reason to hit those fat macros. Focus on carbs and protein. So, with that said, as my journey progressed, my goals changed, and I saw more of an emphasis on protein. So I have always really tried to hit those protein macros regardless of what point of my goal I was in. I didn't want to become skinny fat, and that's essentially where you're like skin and fat. Like you've lost all your lean mass because you dieted it away. I was never somebody who could really see the point of that. I feel like if someone was morbidly obese like myself, I didn't want to be fat anymore. I wanted to keep the muscle because the muscle serves a purpose. The fat didn't, or I should say the excess fat didn't. So I never saw it as a goal of mine to follow that approach. My approach was always hit that protein, stay under the fat, stay under the carbs. So, and as my journey continued on, I also started working out. Now, for the first 6 months at least of my journey, I did not work out. I didn't step foot in the gym. I was embarrassed. I figured everybody was going to be looking at me when it's like, I don't feel that way now. I feel like people who are in the gym are like in the zone and they're there for a reason and they're not really there to watch you. But at the time, I swore everybody was going to look at me. So, and that's just something as you gain some confidence and some self-esteem back, you know, the world doesn't revolve around what people think of you. Like that will change, and it's okay. Because I was that way. But anyways, I got over that about 6 months into my journey after I'd lost probably, I want to say, around 50, 60 pounds. I started going to the gym, and it was a weight training focus. I've always enjoyed weight training because you gotta do what you enjoy doing, you know, and we're not all gonna feel the same way. So picking whether you like cardio or strength training is a complete personal choice. One's not better than the other. It's more like, which one do you like to do more? Which one will you do consistently? That's what matters. So anyway, I then changed my approach more to a pretty heavy protein focus, where I was consuming around 30 to 40% of my daily macros from protein versus, you know, prior keto numbers in the 20 to 25% range. So I consider myself more high protein, low carb now, but also that's because my goals changed. With strength training, I train 5 days a week. When prior to the pandemic and before I had a home gym, I walked 5 days a week. So I was very active, and the whole point of protein is to build and repair muscle. It's not a fuel source. Your fuel sources are carbs and fat. So we all need protein, and that's one beautiful thing about protein. All diets include protein. It's not like you can be, like if you're a vegan, you still have to get your protein. If you are a paleo person, you need to get your protein. If you are high carb, low fat, you still need protein. We all need protein. Every diet needs protein. Since I was incorporating strength training on a regular basis, I needed to also be fueling that with the proper food so that I get my goals of building muscle, maintaining lean muscle. When I embarked on my original keto journey, my goal was to maintain my lean body mass, give myself the best chance at looking the way I want to see myself after losing a significant weight. Because let's be honest here, we all know what comes with losing a ton of weight: excess skin. So that wasn't something that I was going to stress too much about. But if I could do just a few things that maybe could make the difference of whether I will truly embrace everything or not, or maybe needs to seek medical intervention like an excess skin surgery, that wasn't really for me. So my goal was to, let's do this and see what happens. So I strategized and so this is how I've come up, or this is the life I've lived for the past 2 years. And why? Because I feel like I look pretty darn good for someone who's lost over 100 pounds. At my peak, I'd lost 130 pounds, but I recently gained some of that back and we're sitting at about 102 pounds as my total loss. But I'm gonna get that, we're fixing it. So anyways, being that I do strength training, I'm active, I have a goal to hit at least 40% of my macros from protein. Why? Another reason I like protein, it's fulfilling and it's satisfying. How many times do you eat some gummy bears or something and you have a burst of energy and you have the crash? Well, with protein, it slowly digests, so a big source of protein makes you feel fuller, longer, satiated, and less willing to have those spikes. So I like that for that particular reason alone. And also, as you change your body composition from being morbidly obese to healthy, I wanted to fill those areas up, like for my arms. Like, I don't have bat wings. I have just a little bit of skin right there, but I have started targeting that area so that I will lift it up. It's never gonna cure this excess skin. Let me say that. I have a little bit of excess skin, but considering how big I was, I should have a lot more, in my opinion. So I have made a focus to build the muscle up and lift that skin up, where that skin will always be there, but I'm lifting it up so it's not so flappy or bat wings, or, you know, I like a nice toned arm, you know, it's important to me. So I like to change, while I'm changing my body composition and shrinking one thing, I'm putting something better in its place, and that's lean muscle versus fat. But I wanted to point out that regardless of your approach, you will have excess skin. I don't want to put that out there that it would never happen, but if you can do one thing, 2 things, 3 things to help minimize that effect, why not? And also improve your health in the process. Here's another reason why I love eating protein. The larger your lean body mass, the more fat you burn, the more you can eat. Sign me up. Sign this girl up. Also, having a higher lean mass is going to provide protection against future health ailments, falls, future health ailments like osteoporosis. And then in regards to, like, if you fall and you have a nice lean muscle mass you didn't waste away, your bones are protected by that and you're not going to break a hip if you fall. Okay, so now that we went through like the method to my madness, why I like protein so much, let's talk into ways to bump up your protein. So the first and the most obvious, the absolutely free way to get protein is to eat protein at every meal. And adding to that, increase the serving size. Don't have like 2 ounces of chicken. You need at least 6 ounces of chicken. You know, like that kind of thing. Like, just increase the amount of protein that you have in every meal. That's easy. So you have a bigger portion of chicken. Instead of having this one chicken tender, have 3. So obviously that's just an example. There's many ways. So I like to get my protein sources from poultry. So we're talking chicken, turkey, eggs, lean cuts of beef. I typically gravitate towards sirloin, steak. Let's see, so, and then obviously ground versions of ground beef, ground pork, ground chicken, ground turkey, ground beef. And then also I like to use Greek yogurt. I have been eating a lot of Greek yogurt lately. And that's just diet related. Eggs bump up the protein. And what else? Oh, nuts and seeds. Pumpkin seeds have a lot of protein. I have enjoyed lots of pumpkin seeds. Chia seeds, nuts. Just watch the calories on those. They are very calorie dense and they're easy to overdo. And then obviously dairy and forms of collagen, like bone broth. Just for instance, I drink a coffee with unflavored collagen every single day. If you know me or you've been a follower on this channel, you know that is true. So I'll do 1 scoop of Perfect Keto's unflavored collagen in my coffee. It's tasteless, it's delicious, and it's just bumps up my protein. Because for instance, I eat 179 grams of protein per day in my meals. So to get 179 grams of protein every single day, I mean, that's based off of my height of 5 feet 8 and 207 pounds. So, but still a protein focused diet, it's hard to get that much protein in. So with that being said, sometimes we need to supplement with bars, shakes, collagen, that kind of thing. And one cool way to just bump up protein in a meal, I like to throw lots of egg whites in. So if I do like an omelet, I'll do extra egg whites, usually the liquid ones that have already been separated, and I'll just bump it up by adding some more egg whites to my omelets. Or if I make a stir fry, I'll throw some eggs in my stir fry and I'll have scrambled eggs in the stir fry. So it just adds a bunch of, and it gives good flavor too. And also another way to do that would be to have my protein bread. So I have a link right here for my protein bread. Also add eggs. If you have a turkey burger or a hamburger, add a fried egg on top, or you know, or an over easy, something like that. Just add protein, and it's little ways like that that will make a difference between hitting those protein macros and being far away from those protein macros. And obviously the most common way to hit protein macros, in addition to doing what I just mentioned, is to supplement. Shakes, bars, collagen, that kind of thing. So for instance, I have recently found Built bars. Where have these been all my life? These are so good. And one of the reasons I like Built bars so much right now is my macros or my goals have changed, so I am not focusing quite so much as fat. My emphasis is more protein. So Built bars have like 17 to 19 grams of protein per bar and way lower calories than the Perfect Keto ones. Now, in the beginning of my journey, I was way more keto, so the Perfect Keto bars are in line with Perfect Keto macro. So they're higher in calories, lower in protein. So depending your goals, you're gonna need to find a bar that resonates with your goals. I do both, but right now I've been doing Built bars more. With that said, I do enjoy my Perfect Keto unflavored collagen, so I love that. I love the Equips unflavored collagen. I also put collagen in my Greek yogurt to flavor it. Like I use strawberry collagen, a half a scoop of strawberry collagen to 1 serving of Greek yogurt. Oh my God, is that not delicious? And you know what else you can do? You can freeze it and it becomes ice cream. And if you've not had frozen Greek yogurt as ice cream, wow, that's all I'm gonna say. Wow, so you're bumping up protein, you're getting collagen as well, and everybody wins. So, and then obviously shakes. I do lots of meals on the go, or after I'll work out, I'll pound a shake. I use Perfect Keto shakes and also Equips shakes. They're the only 2 that I've really liked. If I was not doing dairy, I would go more towards Garden of Life pea protein. That's when sometimes I just don't want whey, I want pea protein, so I'll do that. But basically you gotta just pick a protein shake that you like, look at the label, make sure it's not filled with crap, and it has, you know, no sugar, and it's a nice quality source of protein. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If something didn't make sense, sometimes I tend to get off topic or say too much. Comment below. I will do my best to help answer. And remember, if you want to try Built Bars, use the coupon code down below. If you want to try Perfect Keto, if you want to try Equip, those are my 3 go-tos. I use them every day, and that has helped me really maintain my protein goals. So anyways, have a great day. We'll see you at the next one. Bye-bye. I'm Jess. You're watching Keto Rewind.